We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an important message from Anchor. If you want to start a podcast, but it's turning out to be a pain in the butt, then you probably haven't heard of Anchor, because Anchor is pretty darn easy to use. All you have to do is publish your podcast on Anchor, and it does all the distribution for you. Like it sends it to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, whatever the heck that is. Never heard of that before, but I'm on it now. Also, Anchor sets you up with sponsors with no minimum listeners. That means you can make money from the get-go as soon as you get started. If you have like one guy listening in his basement, you still get paid for that. Personally, I use things like Logic Pro to edit my podcast, but if you don't have a fancy editing software, then don't worry. You can record right from Anchor, and they have all the music, sound effects, and transitions you'll need. And you don't even have to use a computer if you don't want to. Just download the Anchor app from the App Store, or you can go to anchor.fm. Once again, download the Anchor app from the App Store, or you can go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.FM. And now you can return to the podcast. Hello guys, before this podcast starts, I want to apologize in advance for the weird clicking sound, and I promise it does go away throughout the audio video thingy. Goodbye.
I almost cry a little bit.
Okay, well...
Was it sad?
Parts of it, then it got better, and I was all happy, you know how them rom-coms are.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, welcome to another episode of Dreamcast, everyone. We're coming to you from the floor. We're laying on pillows.
Oh, I thought we were going to do something, like a different intro.
Well, the way we're doing this, if we fall asleep, we'll be dreaming, and you guys will hear us talking.
Yeah, that's our plan.
That's our plan. So we're going to do it as if we were dreaming. Everyone count your fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
7.
Me and Clay are
8,
dreaming.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I got 10. I didn't know we were counting both hands.
Oh, no.
I'm only counting one.
Oh, okay. In that case, I got still 5, so we're good. At least I'm not dreaming. But I don't know why did we discuss doing this, or did I just set the mics up and we did it?
You told me once that you might want to do this.
Jay, did I tell you that we were going to do this?
What, lay on the ground?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you just went along with it.
Yeah.
You had no reservations whatsoever. You're like, okay, there's pillows on the floor. The mics are pointing at the ground.
I thought I was grabbing a chair, but...
I feel like I'm in a roller coaster.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, you just chill.
I think it'll release more dream pheromones.
I think, because, you get in that, like, hallucinatory, is that a word? Hallucinatory state.
It's starting to sound like we're doing drugs while we do this.
Well, like, when you lay down in bed, your logic starts shifting.
Melting away.
Yeah. So that was my
We're
thinking.
probably going to sound like loonies.
That was the hope. Because and also it's dark in here, and I've got, like, my good vibes salt lamp on. So we should be getting good vibes right now. I think that's what it's for, vibe generating or something.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it generates vibes.
Oh, okay. Well,
all of a sudden,
Air vibes.
I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. You know that sinking feeling you have in your throat? Yeah. I have that, and my mouth just got very bitter. So
That's weird.
it could be because of all the spray I sprayed in this room.
You could be tasting the vibes in the air.
Hey, that could be it too.
vibes don't taste good. They're bitter in here.
I sprayed this. I got it right here. It's called Unstoppable Fabric Paradise 2X Scent Power Febreze.
That sounds nauseating.
I mean, it's better than smelling dirt in the floor, because that's normally what's on the carpet that we're laying on.
See, did any of y'all ever experience the feeling when you walk through the detergent aisle and the grocery store, at Walmart or whatever, and it's just sickening, all the smells at once? It nauseates me. I can't stand it.
I don't think so.
When
When I'm dealing with detergent and laundry stuff at work, it just makes me nauseated, all the different smells.
I used to have this weird thing with baby food that I have 3 little sisters, and I couldn't feed them baby food because it burned my nose, like, really badly.
Really?
I don't know why. It was just a smell. It made my nose, like, physically burn. It was weird.
That actually reminds me. There's this thing, I wouldn't suggest doing it, but I was eating supper one day, and for whatever reason we had what was it called? It's the horseradish sauce. What is it?
Horseradish?
Oh, it's horseradish.
Wow.
Well, we had horseradish, and we were eating shrimp. That's what it was. And we live in the South, so we, of course, we're drinking sweet tea. And I decided I'm going to, like, load this shrimp up with horseradish. And then I'm going to eat it and immediately drink sweet tea behind it. And when I did, That is the worst burn I have ever felt in the back of my nose, I think.
That's basically like wasabi.
Yeah.
Yes, but here's the thing. Now, for some reason, like, it's been a while since I've done that. I did it again afterwards. And I thought I lost my smell. But for some reason now it seems like my smell has been on a heightened level lately.
Oh.
So maybe it mutated my smell senses.
Maybe. Are you talking about like legit horseradish spread? Or are you talking about like?
No, I'm talking about like it's a sauce.
Are you talking
Tartar
about
sauce?
tartar sauce?
Might have been.
Are you talking about?
It's probably tartar sauce.
I think you're talking about horseradish, Clay.
Because like I have a little thing of horseradish in my fridge and it's really strong and.
I think that's what you're talking
Oh,
about.
no. I'm not saying like in the jars, not that.
Oh.
Like it was probably tartar sauce.
I don't think so. I think it was horseradish. If I remember correctly.
Well, okay, well, it's horseradish in a bottle. and
What's
you
the
can-
other one
Yes,
that's?
it was in a bottle.
What's the other one that's like horseradish, but it's not horseradish? It's like not Worcestershire.
I think it was horseradish.
Unless what is Worcestershire sauce?
I don't even know.
Does anybody use it?
Yeah.
Everybody has it.
Yeah.
But-
Worcestershire. What's it for? It goes on shires.
Worcestershire, you put on your sassafras.
You guys ever heard of candy corn called reindeer corn?
No.
I was watching Food Theory today, or the food theorist Matt Pat, and he said I don't remember if he said his favorite candy or if. Oh no, it wasn't his favorite candy. He was saying that reindeer corn, no one's ever heard of it. Apparently, it's the most popular candy in Georgia, and I was like, "What the heck is reindeer
What the
corn?"
heck is
Yeah.
that?
Apparently, it's just candy corn, but like instead of orange and yellow and white, it's like red, white, and blue.
Oh,
I used
maybe
to be
have
afraid when I fed the reindeer when Santa came. Like you put your reindeer food in the yard, I would be afraid that they were gonna die because all the glitter that they were consuming.
I was amazed by that
So
one.
I told Mom, I was like, they eat the glitter, and she's like, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you get like regular glitter or was it edible glitter?
No, it was. I would just. I don't know if I think I made it somewhere and then brought it home and I was like, there's glitter in this. And I was really concerned. I was
great.
like, all the glitter these things must be consuming in a night.
If everybody feeds it. Does everybody put out reindeer food, or is it like? Because I know we used to put out carrots or something.
I always put out the oats and the
Yeah,
glitter.
it was a mixture.
Probably
Yeah.
some really sick raccoon going and eating all the glitter.
It was, yeah, they'd clean it off before the reindeer got to it. then you'd just have dead raccoons everywhere. Is there? Oh, we're going too far down this rabbit hole.
Reindeer rabbit hole.
Where's my phone? We need to tell some dreams. We need to
Jay's
go ahead and
phone.
get in some.
Yeah.
I already
dreams.
told you. Listen, I lost all my notes when I got my new phone yesterday, so I don't have any written down.
There's
The only dream I know to talk about is the one that I just told you a minute ago.
Oh, the one about shoot, what was it about?
The swole dude.
Oh yeah, the swole dude that your girlfriend was checking out.
Yeah.
And let's see.
I'll tell it though.
I mean,
I
sure.
left out some parts.
No, please don't.
Oh well. if
No,
there's
they're
some-
good parts. They're funny. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That
Oh,
kinda
y'all can go
concerning.
first.
Well, I have some dreams wrote down that I don't really remember. I've been just trying to log them. So I haven't been doing it the past few days, but there's a lot that I've logged. Like this one's just, it says 2 tires of my van came off on a dirt road, and that's all I wrote. So like that's a lot of these, and then some of them are really detailed. So I don't know which one of these are good and which one of these are just weird. I mean, just like random no good dreams.
I haven't written any down lately, but I know I had some good ones recently, but I didn't write them down because my phone is acting up. And I'll be going to work in the morning, and I'm yawning now talking about dreams. But
I'll just read one off that
Alright.
that I wrote down that I don't remember. This one's got you in it, so
Okay, awesome.
it says, me and Jay had just gotten on break. We both worked at Chick-fil-A. We took a walk down Barneyville Road, which is a road near my house. We decided to walk down the neighborhood by the church, that, Cornerstone.
Yeah.
Said, so apparently in this dream, Lovett Circle was Barneyville, and that's like the road next to the church, or down from the church. I'm not going to explain the exact things of how this is set up, but anyway, it was different than it was in real life.
Yeah.
Is the point. And where it crossed over to the church road was like a small shopping place. So that road, so I guess that would be 41 would be where the shopping place is. Instead of a road, it's a shopping place.
Okay.
It's like a strip mall. And so we crossed over and we walked across the road and went into a neighborhood. I had been trying to put a drone together that was flat.
Flat.
I don't understand this because I don't remember what I was talking about. It had 4 ESCs on 2 sides stacked up like Legos. Okay, this is... I don't know what I'm talking about at this point.
What are ESCs?
ESCs are electronic speed controllers that go on drones. They basically tell the motors how fast to spin. It said, but none on the other side yet. So I only had 2, and they were stacked like Lego pieces.
Interesting.
We walked down beside a house that had lots of animals in the yard. We looked at them and saw turkeys and pigs and goldfish in a bowl and a dog. All inside. I do remember this. It was like this fenced-in yard that had all these animals in it. And it was like if you spammed a bunch of different spawn eggs in Minecraft all in a little fence. Bowl. Yeah, except with the goldfish. Said the owner wasn't home and the animals would roam in and out of the fence sometimes and run away. We thought about taking a pig that got out, but we didn't. But I said I did grab the dog. It was a small pit bull that was black. We started walking back to the road with the shopping place. And when we got to the road, I decided I was going to take the dog back to the yard I got it from because I felt bad about taking someone's dog. I don't know why I took the dog in the first place, but I guess I thought that I needed a better home. Said, just then someone from Chick-fil-A drove by and stopped angrily. What are you two doing? They said angrily. I said it didn't matter because we were both off the clock and it wasn't any of their concern. I was like, none of your business. I was being sassy.
I was being sassy.
So then I walked left. Oh yeah, I walked left down a sidewalk next to the shopping area. Okay, this is where I kind of think I didn't write it very well, so I'm going to try to paraphrase. So basically, a big box truck, a van or a semi, something of that nature, drove beside us. I saw the Chick-fil-A manager at the end of the road, and I knew that she would have something to say about what we were doing, but I didn't care because I was off the clock.
Gosh. Work zone.
Ain't got no power over me.
You have no power here. So the person that I saw in the semi then got out with the semi still rolling down the road. They got out to chastise me for some reason. I told them to get back in the truck and stop it. I think these people worked at Chick-fil-A too. Everybody at Chick-fil-A was like gathering around me like, stop, you can't be here. You shouldn't be here. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not on the clock.
What I'm getting from this dream is the people at your work really annoy you. And
well, they really don't, but they don't. But for some reason, I guess I'm always like, if they say anything, I won't care because I'm off the clock. So that's my mental state, I guess. But anyway, so basically this, there was a metal wall at the end of the street, and this people that were in the semi didn't listen. So I got in front of the semi and put my back against it to try to slow it down, since the person that was in the semi got out of the semi with it still rolling. I said it worked a little bit, but not much. I was just kind of sliding down the street with my back against the semi. Just as it got to the wall, there was a little room on the left to roll around the truck so I didn't get smashed. I basically did a jump out of the way right before it slammed into a wall, barely missing me. I opened up the truck door, and there was a driver and a full crew in it. So I asked angrily why he didn't stop and almost hit me, but I didn't get any answer. I opened this truck up like angrily, and there were like 4 dudes just sitting there watching this happen, watching the truck almost run over me. Later, I was explaining the whole incident to some other people, including Granny and the Chick-fil-A manager. So I think they were in my house. We were sitting in the office of my house. Yeah. I explained how we were walking down the road. I did my best to recall the entire story, and I wanted to remember all of it. And someone asked me about the dog. Then I found out that my grandparents had taken it back to their house I was like, oh shoot, I stole someone's dog and I didn't realize I stole it. So because I was about to take it back to the house that I got it from when I almost got hit by the truck. So I never got the chance to take it back. Then I woke up. I thought I woke up after some miscellaneous dreaming. I went into the kitchen with my family and thought about how I needed to write such a vivid dream down. I then looked at the oven clock. It said 2:30. I looked at the coffee pot clock and it said 4:30.
Oh, man.
I concluded that the coffee pot was correct, but I asked Mama, who was sitting at the breakfast table, and she confirmed that it was the right one. So it was 4:30 in the afternoon when I woke up.
Oh, okay.
I then realized what 4:30 meant. I said, oh my gosh, it's 4:30? She said, yeah. And I had to be at work at 7 in the morning. And I said, well, guess I'm not going now. I said, realizing that it would only be an hour left to work. Apparently, I got off at 5 in my dream. I asked her how I slept through all of my alarms, and she said she didn't turn them off since she didn't know that I had to work. I was kind of glad I didn't have to work, though, since I had slept through all of them. So I think Daddy may have sent me a video, and so I went into my room and laid on my bed to watch it. It was a guy giving tips on how you can put toilet plunger all over your body to remove the skin and make holes.
Oh my gosh!
In your body. So
Is this from? When did you dream this? Is this from that story we were listening to?
What story?
The horror story that we were listening to.
No. This was like January 7th. It says.
Wait, didn't you tell me of the
Yeah, I
dream?
did tell you this story. So I was late. So I went and lived my entire morning basically, and then got back into my bed and watched a video of a guy pulling skin off his body with a toilet plunger.
Oh.
But it wasn't gross. And then, but as I was looking, I was like, "Yep, it's a dream." And so I woke up for real that time. But I woke up and lived my entire morning before I realized it was a dream.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about this dream. This is a pretty cool dream. But yep, that was it. So basically, I just said I don't care to my fellow employees a bunch of times, and then skipped work. And
I've been having a lot of dreams like that where I wake up and it's too late to go to work, and then I wake up for real and I have to go to work.
It sucks.
I've had those dreams a couple of times where it's like, yes, I missed work. And then it's like, no, now I really have to go to work. Well, the worst ones are where you dream you work and then you wake up and then go to work again.
Yeah.
So you work twice.
I've been having those
It's
too.
like, oh.
Like I dream about the process of driving to work, and then I wake up and have to do it for real.
Yeah. I hope that was understandable, because like that whole dream was written really weird. I was trying to type it out so fast so I could remember it all.
Yeah.
That it was not a very coherent story, but
Ooh, I'm remembering stuff. I'm remembering stuff I dreamed last night. Something you said made me remember.
what did I say?
I don't know, but I'm starting to remember more. I don't know. Well, for one, you guys know that I dream the same settings usually. Like, usually when I dream a dream, it's somewhere that I recognize from another dream.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why that is, but it's kind of cool to me. Because it's like an alternate world. But, last night I dreamed, the part I remember most vividly was being at the beach house, and I remember catching something there too, like some kind of fish or something that was pretty cool. I don't remember what it was though, and it really annoys me because I dream about catching octopus there. I have all kinds of dreams about catching weird stuff at the beach house, but
I wonder why you dream at the same place every time.
I don't know. It's always the dock at the beach house where I dream about stuff. I think the first podcast we ever did about dreams, it was the dreamboat one.
Yeah,
And
at the beach house.
Yeah, at the beach house. So I don't know. But anyway, I was there and we were getting ready to go to the beach and we were getting all lathered up in sunscreen. And I took my shirt off, and upon doing that, I looked around and saw there was two huge bodybuilders in there. They were like IFBB Pro, like Ronnie Coleman size, and they they're just massive and putting all their sunscreen on. Like one of them was wearing a Speedo, and he got up and started. Yeah, it was not pleasant.
Not a Speedo.
Yeah, exactly. He got up and started walking away. I remember his butt muscles are so massive. It was quite unpleasant to look at, and yeah, I can remember seeing all the fibers as he walked. Yeah.
Gosh.
And then my girlfriend looked up and saw it, and she's like, "That's so cute." Talking about the Speedo, I was like, "Don't say that." And then after she said that, I pulled my shirt off and started flexing my biceps. And I walked over to what the other bodybuilder was flexing at him, and he was like, "Boy, I've been working out since I was younger than you. You'll never be like this." And he was flexing. And
this is like Jay's worst nightmare.
Yeah, it really is.
It's sad.
Oh.
Yeah, and I looked at myself and I was like, and yeah, I looked so tiny. I was like a shrimp next to those two lobsters. And they
I'll never be big.
They just walked out the room and went to the beach, I guess.
Oh, man.
Gosh, that's funny.
The other part of the dream I remember, I didn't write any of it down, but the other part I remember is I kind of just forgot about that, and I went outside and I had an outdoor reptile room, not like the one I have now, but I had multiple, I think.
Oh.
And one of them had an iguana in it, I think, and it had a new like a python that I didn't know I had, and I went in there and I was messing with it, and I can't remember what happened. It's just kind of fuzzy on that part, but yeah.
You ever had I think we've talked about this before, but y'all have those dreams where like you find an animal you haven't seen in years and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had this. Like you find it dead, like in a corner that you buried under a bunch of stuff.
Oh, in a dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my gosh, I still have this animal and it's dead now.
Yeah, I've had dreams like that.
You forget that you have it in your dream, and then it's like you haven't looked at it in years.
Yeah. Well, it's I think it's a recurring dream too. There's one I've had, I know, probably at least 2 times, but it seems like more if I think back. But I remember dreaming that I had a coral snake, and I kind of hid it so my mom wouldn't know.
Oh.
But I had it for a while. And it was in just like a little inconspicuous plastic tub, you know, and leaf litter and everything. And I hid it under a shelf or something and forgot about it. And then one day I remember and go and check on it. And I'm looking for it and I can't find it. It's just, and I'm like, did it die? Did it escape?
Oh, well, what was that dead snake that you had in the cooler? What do we name that snake?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy the dead snake.
Gosh.
Jimmy the corn
That
snake.
just reminded me of a dream I had recently, actually.
What was your dream?
My dream was, I don't remember the whole story, like what happened before this, but we were over in the planted pines by where our house is at, and I was herping with Jay, and if you don't know, Jay has a YouTube channel, Getting Lost with Jay York, TM. Anyway,
TM.
Anyway,
Copyright.
Trademark. Anyway. I was filming a video with him, or I was in his video, and we were hunting for snakes, and then we went near this, like, ditch that had clay surrounding it. It was like a clay ditch with some shrubbery and whatnot, just some dry grass and stuff. But anyway, I was going over to it, and...
Colton, do you cut out our rambling?
Sometimes,
Okay,
if it's really boring.
I'm sorry, okay, wait. Okay.
But most of the time, it's not as boring as it seems.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I went over to the ditch.
Play. Don't start.
Okay.
Let me guess, were we at a park at night?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you had the camera. I went over and there was you were filming and you were walking across a ditch, and I went over and looked to the right, down
where? Stop laughing. Just finish the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you can laugh,
Okay,
but
wait.
stop laughing.
Starting
Stop
over.
clapping too. Jeez.
Sorry. Okay.
Then we're gonna be like, why is he spazzing?
Okay, I'm gonna start over the whole thing. Okay.
No.
It's
Don't,
really quick.
don't start over the whole
Pick up where you
thing.
started.
Okay.
Pick up where you.
That's all.
So, Jay had his phone. He was recording himself, and he was walking across the ditch. And I looked down, kind of to the right of the ditch, and I was looking for just any snake I could find that was
In the ditch.
Do you have to say ditch again?
So I was walking down.
Yes.
I was walking across the ditch.
The crevasse.
Stop! I'm trying to speak up.
To the divot.
You were walking
I was
across
walking
the grassy
across
divot.
this divot that had clay in it. And
What? You don't have to describe what the divot looked like.
okay. I was walking across.
What's the point? What is the point of the story?
I saw a rattlesnake.
Oh, okay. That's not hard.
I saw a rattlesnake, but by the time I saw it, I was already stepping across it.
Oh, I have those dreams
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, yeah. My sister actually did that the other day.
Really?
Yeah. On a real rattlesnake.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did you tell me about that?
I think so.
Oh yeah, that one.
So I transported it to somewhere else.
Oh wow, that's crazy. But I came right up next to it, and it was had its mouth open or whatever, and I jumped over and I was like, oh my gosh, and I landed on my arms, and I kind of scooted back on my hands, and then I was just looking at it, I was like, oh, that's really dangerous. I should warn Jay, and he was backing up with his camera towards the rattlesnake, and I was screaming, Jay, there's a rattlesnake behind you, and you just kept recording, and then you walk back and it bit you.
Oh.
And I was like,
man.
oh no. And then I just looked at Jay. He didn't even really react too much, and he had his phone put away, I think. Then he pulled out his phone. He started up the video and said, all right, guys, I got bit by a venomous snake, and we're going to go to the hospital now.
Nice.
And
The thing is, that's probably something I would do.
you just kind of
Like, oh wait, I'm gonna wait to react until I turn on the camera.
Well, no, you just kind of sat there, and you're like, oh. And you pulled out your phone, and you're like, all right, guys, so I just got bit by a venomous snake, and we're going to go to the hospital now. And then we went and we drove. I was like, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe
You've done this. And we got in the car, and then I don't really know what. I don't even know if we went to the hospital.
Did he survive?
I'm guessing so. You know those. I've actually had a similar dream like a long time ago, where I got bit by some venomous snake, and I think we were at the beach house. We have a lot of dreams at the beach house.
Yeah.
Don't we? Yeah. Well, I got bit by a venomous snake of some sort, or maybe I stepped on a toadfish, which are very.
Oh yeah,
venomous
those
as well.
suck.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna die," and so I got in the car. And
Pee on it. Pee on the foot.
No,
No,
don't
I'm
pee
just
on the
kidding. Don't
foot.
do that. That's
And then
a joke.
yeah, and then our family, which is like my grandmother, my grandfather, Jay, my mother, and me, we all got in the car and we were heading to the hospital. But then they looked at how long it would take, I think, on the GPS, and it said about 2 hours. And I was like, that's a while. And for some reason in my dream, I thought I was gonna die in 2 hours. So basically, we just started driving somewhere else, and we didn't even try to go to the hospital.
I've had multiple dreams. I've had multiple dreams where I'm looking at a rattlesnake or something, and all of a sudden I lose control of my body and I jump over it and it bites me, and then I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go to the hospital. And I tell my mom, and she just hem-haws around and won't actually take me. And she ends up forgetting about it and going somewhere else. Like, hold on, right after this errand.
We gotta go to Walmart before we get
Yeah.
your snake bite treated. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll survive until we get there, Jake. Quit being dramatic.
That reminds me of even another dream, but it doesn't have anything to do really with snakes being bit by snakes. But you know those dreams where you're trying to scream as loudly as you can, but you
Oh yeah,
can't.
I've had those.
Yeah, like you don't have control over your voice. I've been having a lot of those lately, but not screaming. It's been walking.
You can't walk.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
used to have those all the time where I was running away from a monster,
and you would fall.
and my legs would quit working.
I think I've had those. I don't think I've had them where you scream because I normally don't scream.
I've had both.
But
I used to have them when I was younger.
I can recall the feeling, but I can't recall the specific dream where that happened.
Well-
Where you want to I understand the feeling of your body. You need to do something, but your body won't let you do it.
Like you literally get scared stiff.
Yeah.
Where like you're so scared
you can't move.
I don't
It's
think
really
I've
terrifying.
done that.
Yeah, mine's not scared.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. I actually have two different examples. Actually, three. I'll list two of them just because one's similar, and I'm not going to mention it. Anyway, one was me walking just down our road. It was after a long dream, I think, but I forgot what was in the dream. But anyway, I was walking. I fell into the ditch just off the side of my road, and it's not a steep ditch. It's not. I mean, you can just get up and walk away. But when I try to get up and walk, the best way I can describe it is it's like if my legs were as straight as they possibly could get,
Yeah,
and I could not.
That's how I've dreamed before. Like, I'm running away from an alien or something, and my legs stiffen, and I can't walk or run or anything.
Yeah. And then, so basically, I stood up, and it hurt too. It hurt really bad, I think. And I could just not get up for the life of me out of that ditch and move. And then there was another one lately, and this is kind of interesting. I was driving, and I could not control the wheel.
Oh, those suck.
Yeah.
I haven't had that.
I think I've had those before, and I just remember the feeling of being out of control, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Well,
no matter how hard I tried.
For me, it wasn't just the wheel; it was the gas pedal too, and the brake. So I came up to the central red light in our town, and it was nighttime, and there was a red light there, and it was telling me to stop. So I came up, and I was going to turn right. But when I came up and I tried to hit the brake, it kind of worked, but it wasn't. Like, I was hitting it, but then I couldn't control my foot or something. And then I went out in the middle of the road.
I think I have had dreams like this, actually.
The ones where
the cops chase you, and then
I saw a cop, and then I went around, and I went towards, like, the route home that I was going to go. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I just ran that red light. And I thought, if that cop comes and, says I ran the red light, because I did, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, sir. This is literally what I thought. I'm sorry, sir. I could not drive my car this evening.
Sir, are you drunk?
No, and then when I was pressing the gas and brake, I was like, did I forget which pedal is the gas and which is the brake?
See, those are kind of weird because, like, the mechanics are just off enough to make you... Those are things I'm scared happens in real life. Like, something just slightly changes and you seem like an idiot, but you're like, I know it was this way yesterday, and it changed today.
Yeah.
The mechanics are just slightly off.
And I pressed the right pedal, which I'm guessing is the gas, isn't it?
Clay, you got a driver's license.
Was this a dream?
No, yes, it was. I don't think about it. I just pressed the brake and the gas. Anyway. I
Clay
know
has
which one
a
it
driver's
is.
license. He's been driving on his own for a good while now, and he doesn't know which one's left and which one's right.
Okay, I just press the one that goes and the one that stops.
You press the go button?
And the stop one.
Goes on the right,
I don't have to
stops on
think
the
about
left,
it.
clutches
Anyway.
on the very left.
I don't have
Well,
clutches
I know,
once
but,
on that,
yeah, if you did.
Yeah, I get you. But anyway, the right one, the gas, I think it was like the brake and they had been switched around, but it was like it was, but it kind of wasn't. Like both weren't working very well. It was weird.
You have to like mash one halfway down and the other one.
Maybe it was like I pressed one, and when I pressed them, it might have been something different each time.
Dream mechanics are weird.
Yeah,
like,
it was really weird.
Like, they're cool but sometimes they're frustrating. Like, I have this one dream where you had to walk like a normal pace, and then you could walk on water. But then if you started getting a little bit faster, you'd start to sink. So you had to walk like very normally, but if you ever wanted to run, you'd just sink.
I like the dreams where you can fly. It's like I can distinctly remember how I flew.
Yeah.
But it just don't work in real life.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Or, what was the other one? Oh, yeah, like where I had the dream where if you punched a hole in the wall in a certain way, candy would pop out.
Actually, I think kind of like with at least the gas, those are some crazy examples. But I think with the gas, the reason why I couldn't press the right one was because it's relying on your brain to remember which one is. And like I just showed, I can't remember which one's which. So in my dream, I was trying to think between the two, and it might have been trying to switch between the two because I couldn't remember which one was which. So it's basically relying on your brain to tell you which one's which. And since your brain doesn't know, then it's just like, it just switches.
Just kind of
just
switches
kinda
it back and
gets-
forth.
Yeah.
You keep thinking you're hitting the wrong one.
But it doesn't work.
It's strange,
You
I
know
don't
what
know.
you should do an update on? Your rock scorpion.
My rocks. Hey guys, it's been 2 years. He's still the same size.
Hasn't eaten yet.
I rehoused him. He's done nothing.
Guys, tell me, is he alive? Is he
Is
real?
it alive? Is it real?
Or am I
Is it just a
making this up?
robot? Is it a figment of my imagination?
It's a psychedelic scorpion. I don't know.
It's weird though because we all see it.
Yeah.
It never eats.
It never eats. It never drinks that I know of. It never. I mean, it has a dry enclosure, but I sometimes give it water because it needs water.
We should probably elaborate a little bit for the listeners. Scorpions, arachnids in general, can go a long time without food or probably water.
Yeah.
But this thing is just like a rock. It's living, but it hasn't eaten anything or done anything in.
It's
how
supposed
long?
to,
2
yeah,
years?
something like that. I don't know. It's a long time. It's supposed to be like this giant scorpion, and it's
And
like,
it's not even an inch long.
and it's never molted. It's never, even when it was in the pet store, I watched it for a while, and it never it was in the pet store for like 6 months and never molted, and then I've had it for like a year and it's never molted.
It's not even real.
I wonder if
It's a government spy.
will it die? Yeah, it'll die, but
Will it die?
It will eventually. I might try some baby crickets. Maybe that's what it wants. Maybe that's what it needs.
Give
Because
it one baby cricket, be like, my first meal in decades.
I feed it dubia roaches and mealworms, which is what my other scorpions eat. And this one just is not having it. I don't know what the heck is wrong with him, but I've been trying to put it in I've tried putting the dubia and mealworms in his claw, and he doesn't want it. But he sits out like he's hungry, so it's weird.
wait. But he moves each night.
Yeah, he moves. He comes out and hunts.
He has energy. He's just photosynthesizing.
I don't know where he gets
He's a
the
newly
energy.
evolved scorpion. Did y'all ever see that? Did you read that article about the ohm?
The ohm?
An ohm is a type of salamander. I think it lives in Europe. And they're a cave salamander, so no eyes. You know, they're pale. They're just a bland little cave salamander that lives in the water. Well, there was one that sat in the same place for like, what was it, a decade?
Was it alive?
Yeah. It chilled there for years and years and years. I forgot how long exactly, but it was like a decade or something ridiculous like that.
What did it do when it moved?
I don't know if it has moved, but it's alive. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read the article.
Did it
but
eat?
No, I don't know.
It's like some kind of hibernation state
I don't know.
or brumation state.
I don't know. It's
Just sat there.
just sat there,
Hmm.
chilling.
I wonder what it was thinking.
Probably
Probably
nothing.
pondering life.
Probably just
What if it's some wise salamander that's like,
have no idea.
it's wise, but it's wise for a salamander. So it's like, what if the worms have feelings too? it's like the great grandfather of all salamanders, and he's like got all the wisdom of the salamanders, but it's still salamander wisdom. So.
It's like, listen to this. It's never use the moss for toilet paper. I don't know.
He just
Like maybe the moss is greener than the grass.
Maybe.
is sunlight real?
He's just sitting there. I wonder what he. I wonder
Do
if
other
he
animals have eyes?
I wonder.
The ultimate salamander questions of the universe.
I wonder if he was just sitting there and was like, "This is nice."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like he just got
Yeah.
comfortable. It's like
I actually think
he's gonna chill here.
maybe that's it. Maybe he just sat there and he was like, "Yeah."
You know how sometimes your animals in your tanks will just sit there and not move
Yeah.
for a while? I think maybe that's what he did. He's just like, I'm content. Just
This
sit
is
here.
my purpose in life. I have nothing else to do. Don't need to eat, don't need to sleep, don't need to breathe.
Just gonna sit here.
Oh, you ever heard about the monks that mummify themselves?
No.
Like alive?
No.
They'll slowly reduce their water intake over years and years and eat like this. I don't remember if it was pine straw or what it was, but it'll slowly suck all the moisture out of them over like a 10-year period, and they'll like shrivel up and they'll finally die mummified. But they do it alive.
That's really weird.
Why?
It's illegal now, but I don't know. It was just like the ultimate test of
It's illegal now? There's still
discipline.
people doing it?
They would. But they self-mummified themselves alive. But it takes
my
like a
gosh.
super long time to just slowly shrivel away.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it does. But it's like the ultimate test of their discipline, I guess.
I'm gonna slowly shrivel up and die.
Like, okay, man, you do you. I don't know. I just read it the other day or watched a video on it. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
I've heard about the ones that can suck their junk up into their bodies
Oh,
so that they can get hit in the crotch and it doesn't hurt them.
yeah, okay. That's great. I don't want that.
Think about how useful it would be, though, especially knowing how you hit people in the crotch.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe you guys should learn that skill just in case.
I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah, it might cause damage. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
I wonder how long we've been going. I like this laying down on the floor style podcasting.
Honestly, this is the most uncomfortable I've laid down.
This is the most uncomfortable.
But I like it kind of.
Why are you uncomfortable?
I don't know. I just like the bitterness is gone in my mouth, but now
Wow. Glad you enjoyed yourself, Clay.
I just feel in my throat like the gizzard gobbler.
Maybe stop thinking about it.
Uvula?
No, the gizzard gobbler.
The gizzard gobbler in the back of
No,
your throat?
it's the Adam's apple.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
It's crushing your windpipe.
Yeah, I guess.
It's that big?
I have such a manly voice.
Your voice isn't that deep, Clay.
What are you talking about? What? Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on.
That was Yoda.
No, the Count Dooku. What are you?
No, that's not
Okay.
A herd to the fourth.
Ooh.
What are you talking about?
I wonder how long we've been going. Let's see. 5:29. What time did we start this?
I need to be back by 6.
Oh, yeah.
Wolf driven, no more.
This podcast has been going on for 15,000 beats, whatever that means.
Never more.
Anyway, I guess we should probably end this podcast now.
All right, ready, set. All right, guys. So we're gonna end this podcast, but I'm gonna leave you with one thought. It's a joke. It's a
Oh
dad
no,
joke.
more Clay dad jokes.
Yes. So why did the seal not hurt or not eat the penguin?
Why?
Because he is a fancy and wonderful young lad. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all later.
Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Goodbye.
Did you just make out with the mic?
No, I think. Bye.
Goodbye.